Virtualization. The winner is ExtraHop Networks for ExtraHop for Amazon Web Services.
Hi, I'm Jesse Rothstein, CEO of ExtraHop Networks. We're a next-generation management vendor. Our customers are large enterprises and carriers who run many applications in complex dynamic environments. We provide visibility across those environments, primarily to IT operations teams, so that they can be more intelligent, more innovative, and more proactive. Our solution provides visibility across the entire application delivery chain. So that includes the client devices, the network transport, the web front end, middleware, caching layers, even back-end databases and storage.
So, historic approaches to problem solving in a data center environment. Generally, you call together your SWAT team, you have your app developer, you have your database guy and your network guy, and you have the line of business owner, and they all look at these various tools, try to figure out what's going on. And it can take 2 hours, 16 hours, it can take all weekend. We're trying to get to the bottom of those root cause analysis processes in just a matter of a few minutes. So, with this screen, I can answer 2 very important and related questions. Number 1, which server, which tier? And number 2, is it the server or is it the network? And in this case, we can see network time, very good. Web processing time, very good. Same with the database tier, all looking good. At the storage tier, we have this sudden rise in the access time for files from a NAS device. We can see that latency is flat, right? Network is doing just fine. So number 1, we know that we have a problem with the NAS. Number 2, because we're analyzing every single transaction to that storage tier in real time, we can tell you which specific files are driving that storage problem. So, do I need to rebalance all of my files across the LUNs in my SAN for optimum disk access? And we're doing the same thing at the database tier, the web tier, caching tiers, app server tiers, load balancers. We're taking very fine-grained measurements of everything we see in the data center. And we're visualizing this data in a number of interesting ways. For example, we'll show you a map of the world. Now, this is something that you may have seen from other sort of static analysis vendors. What we're doing is showing in real time, and we really mean real time, not near real time, actual hits to this web tier. But we can also map this out by latency across the network. So if I want to understand a global map of the internet and where we're seeing packet loss, where we're seeing route flapping, where we're seeing rerouting, I can do this here. We're also parsing out headers that are attached by content delivery networks like Akamai and Limelight, so that even if you have these networks in place, you can see all the way back to the actual client making the requests. And you can even compare the performance of those clients to clients that are making requests that aren't routed through the CDN. So we can present a true global view of all the incoming traffic to the data center across whatever metric you want to see. Speaking of mapping, we're also mapping the data center. So for example, if I wanted to see all my web servers and how they're talking to everything else in the data center, ExtraHop is automatically discovering all these devices. It's figuring out which ones are web servers, which are database servers, which are database clients, which are accessing DNS or Memcache. And we can give you a map. This is useful for a number of different reasons. Number 1, you might want to see how your architecture of the network matches what's actually been implemented and whether any changes have occurred to that architecture. You might be thinking about decommissioning some gear, and you want to make sure that nobody's actually using the hardware that you're about to turn off, so you don't get any phone calls. You can make real operational decisions based on this data. Although we surface a lot of performance data, our customers end up using us for a very wide variety of use cases. And essentially we're selling visibility into security. So we can help you investigate breaches. visibility into capacity planning. So how should you grow your hardware environment? And visibility into public and private clouds. So in a hybrid environment, we can bring together performance data in real time of what's running in your data center, which workloads you have in AWS and in the public cloud, and bring together a unified global view of all the traffic in the data center. So I've shown you just a sort of brief look, a little taste of what ExtraHop can do. And if you want to learn more, you can visit us at www.extrahop.com.